Hi, I'm Ben Rosloff. I'm living with autism, and I'm living my dream of being a filmmaker. Last year, Foot Locker asked me to put together a video for autism awareness. The theme was Be Seen. Everyone, including people with autism, want to be seen, but we also need to see the people who help make it possible. This year, Foot Locker, Reebok, and Unwell are working together to promote autism awareness and acceptance. Because everyone wants to be seen looking their best, Foot Locker and Reebok created these really cool sneakers. It comes with both high top and as a regular sneaker, and the look and feel are amazing. I've also been asked to create another documentary as a sequel to Be Seen. What would make a great follow-up? I thought it would be great to show other people how they would like to be seen, but also to show that many of us work with other team members. Some are teachers, friends, people who work at stores, who provide us with jobs, and of course, our families. For this year's documentary, I wanted to show people on different parts of the autism spectrum. People with autism have different needs and abilities just like everyone else. When it comes to education, the goal is to have each person achieve their best. For students with autism, learning may have to be broken down step by step, but everyone has a role to play. But when you want to pursue them, you have to start somewhere. One of those places where dreams and people get their start is the BAC. That stands for the Brooklyn Autism Center, which is a specialized school for students with autism. They use a team approach, and everyone, including parents, teachers, and the staff, plays an active role.
I hope to give them all the supports that they need and the opportunities and experiences that will help them grow and develop into their most independent and happy selves.
I really just hope to see more independence and see them getting to choose more of what they're doing, being able to do more of what they like to do on their own.
I'm really primarily focusing on just having that kind of social communication and social cohesion, and also providing a space for the students to express themselves and engage in a low demand environment where it's really just about how we're making music together in whatever way works for everybody in the group.
I hope to give them the tools to follow whatever they want to do in life.
One of my students is a big artist, so I try and get as much art involved into his day-to-day learning as I can.
Quentin works on a lot of things that help him in real life. So they're working on things like how to pay for things in a store, or how to use a treadmill and walk, exercise in like a gym setting. He's learning how to fold laundry. He's learning a lot of like everyday tasks that can sometimes be hard.
I would say the main goal for his teachers maybe is to help him to be able to communicate more through his device. Right now is his voice, in order to communicate better with us.
So learning just to be a part of this world, being comfortable, being happy is my priority. We meet at least once a month to speak about progress and what needs to be tweaked and what needs to be added. And it's such an ongoing process, but we are really currently focusing on social skills.
It's often said it's a journey, right? And so to me, finding the right community to evolve with Gavin as we all go on this journey is really what I'm looking for.
I think that my hopes would be different for every student depending on what they want for themselves.
I hope there will be jobs available that are appealing and really maximize on their interests and abilities.
I think that at BAC we strive to help them develop a lot of vocational skills so that they're ready to find a job when they graduate. But everyone's path is different, so I hope that whatever the students decide to do and whatever the families help them with, that they are happy and comfortable.
We have a belief that he's surrounded by love and affection and support and amazing people who will help him to thrive as much as he can.
I hope that he's in a position where he has no restriction on what he wants to do.
I know that BAC reaches out to different programs, to different companies, so that's really exciting. I want Ethan to be part of that.
I have a lot of hopes for Quentin, and he's got a lot of skills that involve words and language. So this sort of is tied together with some of the things he's working on at school. He's learning how to alphabetize and file things for like an office setting. He's really good at words and the alphabet and all that. And so I could see him in an office job. Or another thing he's working on is he's delivering the mail, not like the mail, but the mail within school. And so he's able to go around to everybody and give them their mail. And he really enjoys that. It's a little bit of a social interaction with, a functional thing like getting your mail.
I think supports really need to be individualized to each person. So everybody might need something different, but I think just accommodations in terms of understanding communication styles, understanding sensory needs in the work environment are really, really important.
I really do just hope that they can acquire any of the opportunities that they would like, whether that be, engaging in more hobbies or socializing or gaining employment, living independently, or living with their families or with friends.
I think there's a lot of stigma sometimes around people who are on the spectrum. It's automatically people who don't understand want to put them inside of a box and limit people who are on the spectrum.
To be in an environment where Gavin has the opportunity to be independent, to be accountable, responsible, to reap the benefits of that.
I think some of our students will need visual supports, whether that's using a schedule or visuals to help guide them through the day. I think some of our students will need sensory supports, whether that be headphones if the noise level is too loud, or knowing where a quiet space is that they could walk away to, or finding environments that really match their sensory needs, whether that's finding somewhere with a lot of people or less people. So I think there's a whole number of different types of supports that each individual will need.
I think that some students are going to continue to need support with communication. So I hope that what we're doing here with our students can translate over to after they graduate.
I find it to be kind of two main categories. Is he going to have the opportunity to go to college, which would be fantastic, or is he going to go, have opportunities in the workplace?
Some of the strengths our students have are attention to detail, where a student can really pick out something that seems so minor that I couldn't see, and they can. Our students, some of them are very punctual, so they always arrive on time. Our students can be very structured, so they know how to follow schedules really, really well. Our students like to complete tasks. So if you give a task to one of our students, they'll get the job done. And then I think some of our students are really social and funny and tell great stories, and some of our students are great writers and readers and are great at math.
So a lot of the older students have a lot of vocational skills. They work on different custodial tasks, organizational tasks, even doing some errands, like going out in the community and picking stuff up at the store, helping set up for events and different things like that. So I think that especially working with the older students, they have a lot of vocational skills that I think can translate over after they graduate.
I hope that they will be able to do anything that they want, and that can look different for every student. So if they want a 9-to-5 job, I hope that we can give them the supports and skills for them to be successful to do that. If they have a particular interest or passion, and they really want to focus on that, I want to make sure that we're giving them all the tools that they will need for that.
A lot of our students are extremely skilled in visual arts and music. A lot of our students are also extremely athletic. I would say a huge attention to detail, which is really helpful when it comes to vocational and pre-employment tasks.
For the BAC team that's been helping Gavin thrive, focusing on his communication skills, being able to express himself so that it mitigates some of his frustration when people aren't understanding him and he's not expressing himself, so that, like for example, when I don't know what's bothering him, it's hard for me to rectify the situation or address the situation and he's having challenges expressing what's bothering him, if we can bridge that gap, I think that will open up tremendous opportunities for Gavin.
Good job. You can have a hug.
To be seen as full, entire human beings with so much to offer is how I would like for people to see them.
I think I'd really love my students to be seen as an integral part of a team.
I'd like them to be seen as important to society.
I want him to be seen exactly the way he is. He's happy, he's friendly, he has the purest heart. He just wants to play and hug and kiss and love and just make connections and learn.
I want John Elliott or LJ to be seen like any other child.
I want him to be seen for the person that he is, irrespective of living with autism. Go Gavin!
BAC knows that building real-world skills means breaking down the skills that people need to do things with others. We're going to meet Coach Daniel Jones at the Major R. Owens Community Center.
I hope to have them fall in love with the game of basketball that I love so much, and give them a sense of that they're able to accomplish certain goals on the basketball court, like being able to shoot on a regulation rim, being able to dribble with either one of their hands, being able to make a proper chest pass, a proper bounce pass, and just basic skills like that. I hope that they'll be able to go to a local park or a local fitness center where they live and be able to pick up a basketball and do the skills that I was able to teach them over the course of my time with them. It's a great game, and you can play it by yourself, you can play it with teammates, and that's really what I hope, is that they're able to play it with other individuals. I would say the biggest strength they have is definitely a positive attitude, because without a positive attitude, it's very hard to improve one's ability to do something. So that's the number one strength. As for on the basketball court, a lot of the kids have shown that they're capable of making a basket on a lower rim, with a couple of them being able to make it on a regulation 10-foot hoop, as well as some students have shown they're able to dribble a basketball while walking, dribble with two basketballs at once, as well as make a proper chest pass and bounce pass. I want them to be seen no different than any other person in society. Just because they have certain differences doesn't mean that they're lesser, because everyone's different, and this is a great game, basketball, that no one should ever feel excluded from playing it.
BAC!
Great job!
Family can be the key, and if there is one really good thing about John's Crazy Socks, it's family. There is always room at the table for one more person. John Cronin loves to be seen living his dream with his team. After high school, he and his family opened John's Crazy Socks. They created a business around selling socks and providing paid employment for people on the spectrum.
I feel really happy and really excited about Crazy Socks. I love socks.
Well, it's pretty neat to get to work on something you love, right?
Yes, I love going to work.
And the best part is getting to create jobs and work with our colleagues.
We have a great team. Some job I make to me that I'm showing possibilities, and I'm showing my colleagues I can do just like different abilities.
But what's key here is everybody contributes towards the mission and towards what we're getting done. So there's a lot of people that contribute to the success of John's Crazy Socks.
There's a special program on the computer, and then when I look it up, then I go to the location, I take them out and I put them in the blue bins, in the white bins, I should say.
We have 34 employees, and we have a host with 22 with a different ability.
And then we run our own fulfillment operation, and that's our warehouse. And that's led by Andrew Netter, our Lord of the Socks, and that involves picking and packing orders.
You gotta pick 6 orders in under 20 minutes accurately. You can take that test as many times as you want. What I'm really looking for is just the eagerness to work, be a good team member, help out.
So we've had more than 2,000 people come through here on tours, mainly high school students. We also host 6 work groups a week that come in from schools and social service agencies, giving people an experience of work.
I feel really happy at other people wearing my socks.
You love it when people come up to you and say, John, I'm wearing your socks, or they send you pictures.
Yes, I love that.
The thing that feels great is when people tell us, I put those socks on, and they just make me feel happy.
It's nice to be seen.
EPIC is a theater group for the neurodiverse. Anyone can join, anyone can help. There can still be a lot of skill building, but remember pursuing that dream that I mentioned at the beginning?
There's clearly a community of people who are born to be artists, singers, dancers, actors, visual artists, whatever it is, and happen to also be born with a disability that have been told their entire lives they cannot access this thing that they love. And so I think because EPIC says, yes, you can, here's how, and in fact, do it with us, we have grown exponentially, and that's contributed to our success because people want to be a part of it.
We definitely approach teaching as a team, so it's not usually one person really leading, it's all of us leading all together. It's really nice to be seen as a team.
Ever since after my greatest movie debut and Keep the Change, EPIC has really helped me to continue to grow and expand on my performance opportunities. It's really helped me to really expand on my crafts, like for example, a dance class. I had just had a concert, a showcase. It's really helped me to improve in my skills that I never thought of I could do before, but joining EPIC has really surprised me. My parents never stop advocating for me. They are my greatest inspirations. They help me also pursue and find professional opportunities beyond EPIC, expand ever since after my movie debut and Keep the Change. Also my amazing coaches and my advocates. I dream to be like in the Metropolitan Opera House one day, or debut in another Broadway musical. I just had my first Broadway debut beyond EPIC. Outside of EPIC, I had my first theater debut with another company, and I got to sing a few original songs at the Gershwin Theater. So that is my dream come true.
I really like this acting gig, and I'm proud of myself from doing all the hard work that I can get. And life is not easy, life is challenging sometimes. It is what it is, but I think of life in general, life is so precious and life can be rare.
I also wanted more to make even more friends, because I was very lonely for a while. And those are the two things I love the best in my life: performing and movement. I think also, because that's another thing I love. I love dance and movement, but I also wanted to make more friends. I really have a thing. I've gotten into circus training. I do acrobats classes, and my dream is to do an acro performance.
What is your dream when it comes to being a performing artist?
I think my goal to improve my acting skill, to expand more layers of myself, understand more of my emotions, understand more the physicality that I can go for, even voicing. I really learn how to speak English in shows. I also use performance arts as a tool for someone else directing or behind the scene work, because I can understand what the actor needs to know and where, so I can be able to work behind the scene and help the actors too.
Who are the people on your team that are helping you, and how? For example, parents, friends, teachers, coaches, etc.
They support me by supporting what I like to do. They recognize that I'm passionate about acting, and they support, they encourage me to do it, and give me ideas or even criticism. They really help me feel confident to continue acting.
Each EPIC player, unless you're in a mentorship role, gets assigned an advocate. So I think that my advocate has been a huge part of my support system, and also my other peers at EPIC, my EPIC family. Who are my EPIC family, I think that they really are my support system.
I also think it takes a huge team of passionate, wonderful individuals who are neurodiverse and neurotypical working together to make Epic run, and it could not have happened without those individuals and the Epic players and their families and everyone who has donated any cent ever to Epic, period.
Each project I work on, a certain theme comes out. Everyone has a dream. Making it happen takes a team. Develop your dream, live your dream, and be seen doing it. We're all on a team, and it's important that all of us can be seen. And thanks everyone for being part of the team. When did you guys first work at John's Crazy?
I started working here in December, and then I moved up to January, and then I moved up to March, and then I'll be coming back in April.
I just started working here too.
As for an intern.
Intern too.
And how do you like about it?
I
love it.
I love socks. I
love these socks.
Seeing all the different types of socks.
Pick one.
Cool.
Just pick each one as you go along. There's a bunch of different ways to go with socks.
And
you find the right one you like and you pick it out and go.
If you weren't working here anymore, what would be your dream job?
My original job that I was working before here, I was an assistant early child care assistant at a JCC Jewish Community Center, and I was working with a lot of babies.
Hi, I'm Ben Rosloff. Last year, Foot Locker had me put together a video Be Seen for Autism Awareness. And now, Foot Locker plus Reebok and Onwell have teamed together to create these terrific sneakers. It comes in both high top and as a regular sneaker. And the look and feel is really cool. So I'm going to put my best foot forward and get started. Everyone needs to be seen. Look for my latest documentary on YouTube.